dissertation was about how art has no meaning and doesn't make sense. I was going through a very nihilistic phase of life. My name is Bella. I used to study fine arts at Lasalle, specializing in graphic novel and video arts. And now I'm the Education Liaison at Eyeyah. So my whole life, I never really knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. But the whole time, my dad kept telling me that the first thing I did before I talked or walked was use a pencil. And I kept drawing circles on a piece of paper. And he was always very proud of that. And I think when I grew up, I used drawing as well as a form of escape. I grew up in Saudi Arabia, lived there from the ages of 4 to 17. I just felt very lost growing up there. Even though my friends there were amazing, the school there was great, I felt safe, but the feeling of being like an outcast or being like out of place and growing up in a country that's not necessarily my parents' home, I didn't really have any places that I could like ground myself. So I think I kind of used creativity and art as a form of escape for me to kind of cope with myself. I didn't have any expectations coming to Lasalle. I was just very excited to kind of be surrounded by different creatives. I was very excited to learn new techniques, to learn how to paint, how to draw, how to printmake. Yeah, when coming to school, I was a little bit crazy. So in diploma, I majored in graphic novel because I always enjoyed telling stories and writing stories. And I was really into comics at the time. So in diploma, it was a wonderful time because I had a lot of time to play and explore. I explored different kinds of stop motion animation and I enjoyed that. But in degree, I was going through a lot emotionally and I was illustrating these creatures and cartoon characters as a form of coping mechanism, trying to deal with like the shit I was going through in life. But the issue with that is that a lot of lecturers always ask me, what is your work about? And I could never really like tell them exactly what it was about because I too didn't know what it was. And that kind of created a dispute between us. And a lot of lecturers thought I was lazy because I didn't know how to explain my work, which is not true because I was doing the work. I didn't know how to make sense of the words I was putting out to relate it to my artwork. And I only realized like after I graduated because I went through therapy. Yeah, but there was this one lecturer called Eyeyah who really like actually put a lot of effort into trying to understand where I was coming from. And he always checked up like how I was feeling. And he always gave me a lot of inputs into what he thought my work was about. So it was very therapeutic and I'm very thankful for him because he also advised me to kind of like don't think so much about the end product. Don't think so much about like how you think the audience will react to it or how your lecturers will think to it. Just create just for yourself. And I love that. I think after I graduated Lasalle, I tried to get into the art scene. But for me, like I was just not into that world. I was not into that life. Even after graduating, I was just very lost. At the time, it was like time for me to get like a big girl job. And then one of my old lecturers actually, he asked me whether I was interested in being a substitute art teacher for a preschool. And I just fell in love with it straight away because kids are the most honest people that you can ever meet. And they don't care if you don't like their work, you know, they just create works because they like it and they want to share it with you because they get very excited with what they can do. And I just fell in love with that energy. I felt like working with children was very healing and all children like that I taught, they were so positive and energetic and when teaching them about new art techniques. It can be very tiring. They can throw tantrums, but they only throw tantrums because like they're unable to explain themselves. And I related to that like 100%. I was like, I know what you're getting at, child. I'm here to help you. Yeah. Yeah, so I've been at Eyeyah for about 3 months now. So it's a very new job. I'm still learning the ropes of everything. And it's very fun. So I'm more of like a content designer. I am the one trying to engage the kids through our workshops. I'm still a creative, but not an artist. I would say that my bad experiences in art school really did help me with trying to help children understand how to create art. And because I didn't want them to create works for the sake of creating work, I tried to focus on the process. I tried to focus on the art making, you know, and like how the colors that they use and how the drawings that they're doing like make them feel. Because I felt like that was lost in my art education. I wanted them to explore and express themselves and use it as a way to just have fun. It's important to kind of like allow people to explore their creative mind, you know? Because in a world that's very rational and logical, creativity is lost and it helps you think in a different mindset. You know, nothing is truly black and white. But you don't necessarily have to be in art school, you know, in a tertiary art school setting to learn that. But it is very important to have an art education and have a foundational understanding of what art is. Who's that guy? I think it's Picasso who said it. Anyone can be an artist. Even kids are artists. And it's true, like everyone has a creative mind. Everyone has a left brain, you know? You don't have to go to art school to become an artist. Just do what you like. To a little child who wants to become an artist, I'm just like, just go for it, you know? Just don't lose that childlike sense of wonder when you're creating. Just do what you enjoy. Don't let anyone stop you, you know? And I do wish them all the best because being an artist is, I think it's a good job if you do it well. And it's a very giving job and it's a very rewarding job. I don't like to take myself too seriously, you know, like life has too many responsibilities, so why not just have fun with it, you know?
You know? Cut. Okay.